Alright guys, just a quick video on the HDR 68. I got the powered plenum I drilled out, the stock tube. This one's a 5.2 inch drill out. The last one only comes to about here. So yeah, we got 1100 PSI tank. We got devil spikes in there. And the HD24 tuning run barrel. HDR 68. Yeah, so let's just see if we get any differences. This setup last time, we got 95 joules with the small power plenum. I just want to see if we get any differences with this one. Yeah, let's try this chronograph here. The laser on. Gas it up. Alrighty. See what happens. $410. $408. Wow, those are coming back. Okay, I'm out of ammo. So let's degas this. I don't know, this power plenum's too big, guys. I don't think it works. Listen to all that air. Yeah, just those 4 shots, and we're down at like 1600 PSI. That was like half the air with those 4 shots. Anyways, guys, drilling out the power plenum has its limits. What I've discovered is these little pins that we have in the valve tips, they're too small. They just, when you pull the trigger and the pin goes out and goes back in, it only lets so much air out. Now these other 60 cals like the M17 and VKS and FSC, they have larger pins and larger openings. So that's what these need. And like same with other PCP guns and stuff, they have bigger openings, transfer ports and stuff. So it allows more air to pass faster up in the power. So I would say that small power plenum that I built out, maybe just slightly bigger than that. Like the size of the master, even the master cylinder I get some issues with. I think even that's too big sometimes with some guns, some markers. But yeah, let me just see what these numbers were here. See, yeah, 403. We were getting higher without it. Like, that's the thing with these things, I find, man. It's just very odd results when you're messing around with these chambers and different adapters and ASA on-offs. They all have different ports. And, like, if you're using a GOG, I find just using a GOG in a tank, like, my numbers jump all over the place. Like, we'll get, like, 90 joules, and you'll go down to, like, 82 joules and back up to 94 joules, and then you'll go down to like 50 joules, and then you'll go back up to 95, then 96, then 93, then back down. Like major drops. I'm talking like 30, 40 joules. But that's just because of the restrictions, I guess, inside. 410 FPS. So yeah, man, like just better to keep it like in the short setup, like the way I had it. I just tested the HDR, and same thing happened with that one. So 410, 12 grams. No grams at what did I say? 410. Yeah, guys. So even with that plenum, the 5.2 drilled out, that's the same power. It's 2 joules less than the last time I shot this one. When I shot it with the other plenum, it was only drilled out like around 2 inches max, maybe 1.7 inches, and this one was 5 inches. And see what I mean? The larger plenum on every test I do is getting less numbers than the shorter plenum. So I think that short plenum, the 2.7 mil, whatever the air, I wish there was a way I can total the volume between the CO2 chamber, the HPA adapter and the stock tube. If I can calculate how much air that is, then we can get a better idea, and then we can get these adapters made a perfect size. Because I noticed when you go over that, the maximum amount of air, it gives you less pressure for some reason, which doesn't make sense. I don't understand why. I'm not a scientist. I just test what I test. I get my results based on my test that I shoot. And that's where my data comes from. Like, I'm not a human calculator. I didn't go to no university or college, so you know what I mean? Like, I just can't give you guys a straight answer on why it does this. So I just know it does, and stick to the original. I'm going to backfill that tube that I drilled out. I'm going to bring it back at 2 inches, so I'm going to figure a way to restrict that back out. If I have to get ball bearings and hammer them down in there, or I might just Gorilla Glue some inside, some bearings, so that way it backfills it. I'll figure something, make a plug and glue it in somehow. I got a few ways on how I'm going to plug that. But anyways, guys, yeah, so just stick, if you're going to buy those adapter tubes, you're maxed out at around 1.72. Actually, it's a little bit more than 1.7, because when you go from the thread tip, you have to count that too. So yeah, wherever the thread, I'll check it out and I'll write it in the description. But anyways, guys, we're getting the same power with that, with the larger air plenum. So there's no point in going and getting no crazy air plenum. And then plus, as you've seen, those 4 shots deleted half of my tank. So it's not worth it. I mean, for this kind of a setup, it's okay, because it's five rounds. You're not going to really get a chance to reload. If you shoot 5 rounds at me and it doesn't work, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to let you reload. But anyways, you guys all stay safe. Take care, guys, as always. Got any questions, just ask. Come to the group. But yeah, stay away from those extra large plenums. Go back and check out the videos where I make and I show and I do the description of these and what I did to them, and then you can get an idea based on what you want to do. Stay safe, guys. Take care.